up, y'all? It's Captain Gluten Free. I'm here to talk to you about the summer of 1997. I was in high school. I played football, and that summer was a little special for a couple of us, me and my friends. I'm not going to say their names. I haven't talked to them about this, so I'm just going to keep it simple. But for my best friend that a lot of these stories are based on, we're gonna call him Tom. And then we got Mike, and then we got little Mike, and we got Larry, and then we got girlfriend number 1, 2, and 3. None of these were my girlfriends, so we're just gonna call them that. Put it that way. So the first story I'm gonna tell is the story of the day before Hell Week. And if you ever played high school football, you know what Hell Week is. It's when you do 2 days and you get up early in the morning and then you practice football and then you go home and then you come back later in the afternoon and you practice some more football. And this usually happens a week or two before school started. So, needless to say, we decided to go out to the state park deep in the woods where there was a huge lake where we grew up at. And we kind of went late. We had to go pick up girlfriend number 1 and 2, and they lived pretty far away, so it actually put us later on in the day getting to the state park. Once we went through the woods and we actually got to the parking lot where the state park was, in order to get to the lake, you actually had to park at one area, go into the woods down a paved path across a couple creek bridges, and then through the woods some more into a dirt path, and then it opened up into a little space, rocks, a little beach, and the lake. And it was nice. It was real nice. It was real nice. Went out there a lot of times. So I didn't care. This was, we had nothing else to do. This is probably the last hurrah for this, for that summer. So we knew we had to get up early in the morning. So we didn't think we were gonna stay out the lake, but things happen, and we had a good time. Made a bonfire. Never seen boxes of beer lit inside the fire, change different colors. This is pretty cool. But anyway, nobody thought about bringing a flashlight or any kind of. And so, needless to say, it was getting pretty dark. Um, Mike was the oldest and the tallest of all of us. He was like 6'5", still is 6'5", and he, said, "Oh, I could find our way back. Just follow me." So we all lined up, and we picked up everything as much as we could. We could find, put out the fire, and I happened to dress up nice, and I was in a matching Adidas top and Adidas shorts, brand new Adidas sneakers, brand new Adidas hat. I was styling. That was my thing. And but on top of it, since we were going to the lake, I thought it would be a good opportunity to bring my one-man raft, which is gonna come pretty handy later on in the story. So as we all gathered in a line, kind of like the formation in the military, and we're all holding each other's shirt, and we're walking down what we thought was the path, going back into the woods to where the parking area was. But for some reason, we ended up not staying on the path, and it was Mike, me, Larry, and back of Larry was Tom, girlfriend number 1, Mike, little Mike, girlfriend number 2. So as we're walking, we kept talking to each other because we really couldn't see. It was really dark, and you can feel the bushes and the trees, starting to hit you on all sides and in the head and everything. And we realized, yo, we're walking straight up in the woods. What are you doing? We're like, Mike, what's going on? And we're trying to communicate with the people behind us because we realized that we can't hear them talking anymore. And every time we say, Mike, you there? And he'd be like, yeah, I'm here. It's like, okay, we walk some more. And he's like, yo, you okay, Mike? Yeah, I'm all right. And then we asked one more time, and then we didn't hear anything. And we're like, yo, what happened? And we're screaming out there, Mike, Mike, what's going on? And girlfriend number one, for Tom, started freaking out because her girlfriend was with little Mike, and they were no longer behind us. So we tried to turn around. It wasn't working. It wasn't happening. We couldn't see anything. So we can still hear the water from the lake where it went into the streams, and there was inlets in certain parts as you went around the lake. It was a really, really big lake, and we just decided to go start heading back towards the lake. Maybe we can see something better with the moonlight. And I remember coming into this opening out of the woods, and Big Mike was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And you can see in the moonlight in the field, there was like mounds, like body sized mounds in the field. And it was really scary. It was really freaky. I'm like, I've been here tons of times. I've never seen this. I mean, I've been up in the woods up here. I've never seen this. It almost looked like graves that were just buried, just mounds everywhere. It was scary, and you can hear things running past you. And Big Mike thought he was funny. He knew I was an outdoors man. You know, they were all hunters, and they did all that stuff. And they were like, "Yeah, there's moose and bear out here." And I'm like, "All right, man, you can cut it out." You know, haha, good joke. So, we didn't go in the field. We turned right around. We went the other way, and so we can see the moonlight off the water through the woods. And as we got closer to it, Mike goes, "I bet you I can swim across the lake from 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 where we are. I think I can see the cars across the lake. I can make it." And we're like, "Nah, man, you drunk, man. Don't worry about it. It's cool." He's like, "No, no, I can do it. I can do it." And so he says, "Yo, give me your one man raft." And I said, "Man, you are 6'5". This is like for like a 6-year-old. You ain't gonna fit in. He said, "Oh, no, I'm gonna use it like a flotation device." And so he takes it and he goes into the water, and he starts swimming, and we're like, "Yo, be okay, make sure you're okay." And he's like, "Yo, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine." It's a big lake, it ain't a little lake. And so we lose sight of him, but we still can hear him. And then it went silent. And he's like, "Yo, yo." We're gonna say Ed, that's my name. "Yo, you're an asshole." And I'm like, "What happened? What happened?" "There's a hole inside the raft. It's leaking." And while we were going through the woods, a branch had punctured the one man raft, and it started deflating. So he's sinking out there, and we're like, "Oh my God." He's drunk. He's out there in the middle of the lake. We can't see him. And then we didn't hear anything. And then it got real serious real fast. And we're like, "Yo, Big Mike's dead. He drowned." And the reality had, sunk in. And we're like, "Yo." And Tom, you know, "Let's go. We're gonna go down, like a sergeant. We're gonna go down and we're gonna circle the lake on the outside of the lake, and we're gonna stay in the water, and we're gonna reach one of these streams, and once we reach the stream, we'll go down it, and we'll end up hitting eventually one of the little bridges." And so it sounded like a good idea, but if you ever been out to a lake, there's certain places in the lake on the edge that you just can't get past. It's a lot of stuff. And while we were trekking through the water on the edge of the lake, and was slipping and sliding everywhere it is where no person should be, Tom ended up slipping, and he ended up having some kind of stick or something just miss his eye, punctured him in the side of the eye. And girlfriend number one was more concerned now. As we're going down the stream, we stop and we can hear a car turn on, and we turn and look, and one of the cars that were in the parking lot across the lake, the lights turn on, and we're like, "Yo, somebody made it to the car," and we're like, "Who was it? Was it Little Mike? Was it Big Mike? What's going on?" And then we see the car pull away, and the lights go away from us, and we see it disappear in the woods. And whoever it was left. They left us. As we are going down the stream, and Tom gets a stick almost stuck in his eye. His girlfriend's freaking out. Larry and me, and we're just like, yo, let's just get this done. Let's get out of this creek. And we can hear the stream start getting, I guess you can hear it more, more intense. So that means we know the bridge is coming. And as we're walking in closer and closer, Tom slips again, and I believe it stuck another branch or something, because they love Tom. We got to get some Tom. Stuck him in the leg. Oh my God, this dude, man, nature just loves us, bro. And he's down for the count. We grab him. His girlfriend number one grabs him, and we get up, and we can feel the little walkway bridge above us. And so we walk up to the side of it, and we get up there. We can feel the pavement, and it's not dirt anymore. And we say, "Oh, we're close." So we start walking down it, and we know that it circles way around the lake to the parking lot. So we get to the parking lot, and we didn't bring our vehicle. Tom is the one that drove. Larry's vehicle was at my house, and we we had to figure out how we're gonna get home. But we have Big Mike missing, and so we're back at the car, and instead of getting the car and leaving, we can see Tom didn't want to leave because he didn't know where Little Mike was, because it was very obvious that Big Mike made it back to his car because his car was gone. And so he opened up the trunk. He's, putting an extra shirt on. He's putting extra stuff on. And, his girlfriend's crying. And he pulls out this big old 8-volt battery flashlight. And he looked at both of us like it's a war movie. "I'm going back in." and Larry was like, "I ain't going back in there. I want to go home, man. Let's go." And he go, "No, we got to find Little Mike. We got to find Little Mike." And his girlfriend's holding on to his arm. "Oh, please, we got to go." And I'm like, "Yo, man, I ain't going to punk out, man. We got to go back up in there." And Larry's like, "Fine, we'll go back up in there. We'll go back up in there." And we start following Tom down in the path, and we can see a lot better. Eventually, we came to a point where we think Little Mike and girlfriend number 2 had disappeared at, and what it was an old logging road where it had split between the walking trail and the hiking trail that went up into the hills and into the next state. so we assume this is where they went. And it is now not a dirt path or a paved area. It is a dirt logging road, and it cuts right through the deep heart of the woods as straight as you can go. And there's woods to the left and right, and all you can see is where the flashlight is shining at. So as Tom, his girlfriend, me, and Larry are all fighting not to be the one in the back, because we all know in the movies, the one in the back always gets killed first. So we're pushing each other. You gonna die first, no man. You gonna die first. And so we're walking and we walk, and we can hear cars. And I guess that logging path eventually meets up with the highway and goes along the highway a little bit. And the assumption was that Little Mike and girlfriend number 2 ended up getting on the highway, walking back down the highway to the exit, coming off the exit and going back down to where the parking lot was. They walked all that way, so it almost took us another hour or so just to get back around. We get back around. We didn't see them. Uh, we now assume that they were picked up because they're nowhere to be found. We get back into Tom's vehicle and we drive back to girlfriend number one house to drop her off. But we need to get Larry back to his vehicle at my house. So she says, I can't take the vehicle back out. We're going to have to sneak out. So she told us to stay outside in the backyard. Her parents were in their bedroom was right above the garage, and the car is in the garage. And so we're like, this ain't making no sense. You know what I mean? I mean, we just drove back. We go back to my house. You know, it didn't make any sense for her to drive out. Anyway, so I don't really know why she had to get her vehicle, but we waited, and you can hear her parents talking to her, saying that they're about to let the dog out. And she interrupted them. She said, no, I let the dog out. And we're like, yo, don't let the dog out. I've never been over her house, so I don't know what kind of dog she got. So you can hear the dog freaking out because he can sense we're out there. And, you know, we're like, don't let that dog out, man. Don't let that dog out. And Larry's like, don't let that dog out. And Tom's like, don't let that dog out. And so she comes and lets the dog out. She's like, I let the dog out, and throws the dog back in. Dog's going crazy, barking, barking, barking. And she waits like 20 minutes. We assume the parents fell asleep or whatever. She comes out, she sneaks out. We open the garage door without turning the automatic switch on, and we get in the car. She's like, can you move the car without turning it on? And I'm like, yeah, put it in neutral, and we'll push it. She lived on a hill. Her driveway was a huge hill. And I said, yeah, it'll work. She says, but will the brakes work? I'm like, yeah, they work. Just get in the car, we'll push it. So she got in the car. We start pushing out the driveway, down the driveway. Starts rolling, and she didn't hit the brakes, and she's going. She's going. She went right up into the street. Right, she kept going, running after her, and we're like, stop! Hit the brakes, and so finally, you know, she hit the brakes, and the car stops. We catch up. We get in the car. She turns it on, and she drives us back to our place. Larry is upset now. He takes off. Tom takes off with his girlfriend number one. And come to find out that Big Mike was the one who actually got in the car originally and left. He left us. What he didn't tell us was that his girlfriend at the time, which is his wife now, had to be picked up at work. Now, who gets out at like 12 o'clock at night? You know what I mean? What kind of job she got? And so he left us to go get his girlfriend and didn't even tell us. And on the way leaving, he saw little Mike and girlfriend number two on the side of the road and picked them up and took them with him. So, you know, if they ain't cell phones like we have today, there's no way for us to know this. So that is how that day went. We were late for Hell Week in the morning, about 3-4 hours later. You know, we probably had to take it around. But that was the story of our summer the night before Hell Week in 1997. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try to tell another story right after this. Stay tuned. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. And watch for my other videos. I made one the other day of my ghost experience, one of my ghost experience, and the angel experience I have had about my guardian angel. Check it out under Captain Gluten Free. Thanks for watching. I'll be right back with another story.